Hey, what is up guys? GuitarRock here, welcome back to another CounterSide video. Alright, global server is getting patched tomorrow, so I figured something very important that I want to talk about Curian a little bit, and I'll have a couple of videos for a Warden coming out as well, so make sure you guys stay tuned on that. So if you guys are not aware, let's talk about the patch first. Hopefully we are aware of what's happening. For global server, alright, if any of you guys are playing global server as opposed to C server, so there will be 100 days anniversary or 100-day global new origin celebration. So how are they celebrating? During the CO, you will be able to participate in various activities. And one of the main thing is 100 free recruits. Now that is hooray. Alright, so if you guys are interested, looks like if this is a real banner right here, we need to check tomorrow what's the characters included in the banner, but you can see there's Horizon, there's Dorothy, there's Rafaela, there's Carmen. These are all new characters. Alright, I'm glad it's not like the old Shinja, Seoyun, Yang Harim and stuff, right? So we get all these new characters. Definitely, this is going to improve your account if you haven't gotten any of these characters. And especially with Horizon, Carlota, and Rafaela, I believe these three characters are they are limited to the counter pass previously. So if you miss out on those counter passes, definitely now is your time to snack in or snack on one of these characters for sure, right? Dorothy is also a very good character overall. She gives buffs and all. Carmen is a very good healer overall. So I think every single character right here maybe has some sort of usage either in PvP or PvE, except for Carlota. I think Carlota, she's a little bit lacking right there. Hopefully she gets buff in the future. Alright, now let's talk about a few other things. The Iron Knight. So if you guys are not aware, Curion is going to be there tomorrow. I've mentioned a little bit about Curian before. Curian is a very strong character. I do think he is one of the strongest awakened damage dealer right now. Alright, if you're just looking for pure damage, Curian will be able to provide you that. Now the truth is, that can be his downside as well. Think about it this way, if you don't need utility, you need something like that's much more focused towards certain criteria, then Curion might not be able to provide that thing to you. Now, like I mentioned, like for example, Awakened Jushin, he has the ability to counter, he has the ability to basically cancel certain boss skills, which a lot of characters cannot really do until later on. You'll get this Jin Bora, which sort of replaces her, and then you have something like a mechanic like Awaken Yuna, which has the ability to burn, do damage over time, etc etc. Curian is just damage, so definitely he competes alongside with Awaken Seoyun. I believe, I would say they are like a very neck-in-neck comparison depending on who you are looking for. Awaken Seoyun and Curian, they are both like the top damage dealers right now alongside with Awaken Maria, which I don't have on this account, but still something to consider. Definitely, if you don't have Awaken Seoyun, I would say Curian is a good pickup. If you plan to run soldier teams, I would say Curian is also a good pickup. However, there is one small issue which we're going to talk about shortly, but let's talk about this particular one, the Southern Border Guards, the Iron Knight. So you can see Warden is available in the shop. Highly recommend to get Warden. Warden is going to be a very solid SSR unit that you can get for free. Alright, if you are free to play, please farm Warden. He is very strong in PvE, very strong in PvP. If you need a 2-cost unit, Warden is always going to be there to help you. So highly recommend. This is a unit that you do not want to miss out on. I will have a video shortly, maybe tomorrow if I have time to edit it. We'll be busy with a bunch of other games as well. This guy does a lot of damage. He's basically the equivalence of admin rifleman, but for snipers. Alright, so 2-cost sniper, that's very very cheap, budget friendly. So Royal Support project mission. So now you have this character. Is she available? Oh, I don't think she's available yet. Maybe she will be available next week. I don't think she's available this week. You cannot pull her yet. Royal Support punch in. So every single player will be able to get 40 black tickets right there. Again, that's pretty good for free. You will be able to obtain that. And then we have Curion banner, or again, already talk about this Curion banner. Now, what is the problem that I talked about earlier? Replacer King. Okay, so Replacer King is also going to appear alongside with Curion. Now, this is going to be something that's a bit tricky. Alright, so should you pull for Curion? Should you get Replacer King? If you don't have both, right? I know Replacer King was available in the counter pass previously. However, this time Replacer King is right there. Now the truth is, I do think that Replacer King is one of the strongest PvP units right now. If you look at the PvP meta, whether you like it or not, you might hate him, he's not waifu, whatever, but you have to acknowledge that he is always the top meta right now. He will always be banned, alright? Almost always, but when he's free, that's when you are able to abuse him. I literally can use Replacer King, climb from Platinum to Diamond within a single week when he's free. That's how strong he is. Like literally, I'm not even joking. If I think I did that in the previous season, that's how I was able to get my Replacer King skin on global server. I literally just played for like 3 days in the entire week. I was able to climb from Platinum to Diamond. Literally, that's how broken he is. Alright, very, very strong. There's just no counter. Serena Crew is not like a perfect counter for him. He's just such a beast. Yeah, that's the unfortunate truth right now. Replacer King is really, really strong. If you do not care about PvP, you only care about PvE, sure, Curion is going to be the better choice. Curion is going to make more sense. But if PvP is solely the thing that you want to strive at, and with this cool skin, I'm not sure if you can still get this skin. This skin is limited to the first season. I think you still can get it, right? For the season 2 as well. Definitely a very cool looking skin. Look at that. The yellow accent that the skin has. Very, very good looking. But regardless, now we have to talk about Curion versus Replacer King, right? Who should you pull for? If your focus is PvP, I would go Replacer King. Like honestly, I'm gonna say Replacer King even though he is banned. But when, like I mentioned, when he's not banned, he shines. But if you're looking for something a little bit more PvE focused, like a mixture of both PvP and PvE, perhaps Curion is going to be the character to go to. The truth is, Curion might be difficult to build or might be difficult to, to like put in a team if you don't have soldier teams prepared, right? If you don't really invest in some soldier units, ideally Curion is not going to fit your team comp that well. Whereas Replacer King is going to be much more easier, much more flexible. He fits in counter teams. I do think that he's going to be something that's like much more versatile compared to Curion overall. But that's going to depend on your overall roster. I do think that Curion does. I think a lot of players do have some soldiers built. Now that you have Warden, we already have Admin Rifleman, which I think everyone has. That's going to be, it's not that difficult. Yeah, I think you'll be able to get some units in. So pretty flexible. So that's just my opinion regarding Replacer King versus Curion. If you want PvP, go Replacer King. If you don't care, go Curion. Alright, so but if you really still can't decide, right after Curion, it should be Awakened Sigma, based on my memory. So I do think that Curion is still going to be a better solid unit overall, unless you care about the characters that you like. I think Sigma makes more sense to a lot of players. A lot of players feel more attached to her. Him, her, whatever. Sigma is an AI, right? But the truth is, with Sigma, she did get a little bit of revamp recently in KR. That revamp has yet to reach global, so I've yet to test or look at how strong the buffs are. But yeah, she did get a buff a little bit, so that's going to happen sooner or later. With that being said, let's move on with the SSR characters. Now we have Spyra. Spyra is a very strong character if you want to pull for both PvP and PvE. Spyra is a very flexible striker. 3-core striker, I would say she is definitely one of the best candidates to get if you still haven't gotten her yet. And then we have Rafaela. Now Rafaela is a strong unit only if you focus on PvP. If you care about PvP, Rafaela is the one to go for. If you don't play PvP, you almost will never use her because Tabo units are just not needed in most PvE contents. Maybe like there's like one stage in challenge if you want to cheese that stage, but that one you don't have to worry about it. Eventually you'll get past it. So yeah, that's my honest opinion. And Choi Ji-hoon, I would not recommend. This guy needs buff for sure. He has fallen off the soldier teams a little bit. You don't really need him. Now that Warden is here, you won't see him anymore. He does give a little bit of buffs, but then the buff can be replaced by Dorothy, can be replaced with Shinja, can be replaced by Seoyun. Very easy replacement right there. You don't need him per se. So yeah, that's my opinion of the 100th day banners. If you guys are interested, Spyra is the one to go for. And between Replacer King and Curion, I've mentioned it plenty of times, depending on PvP or PvE, what's your focus, and just pull accordingly. But make sure you guys save. After Awaken Sigma, if we are following everything, it should be Awaken Shifuyu. No, it should be Awaken Regina. So if you want to save till then, that's going to be a long while. But yeah, till then, that's going to be it for this video, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Subscribe if you guys haven't already. Give this video a like if you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you guys in the next one. Yeah, have a nice day. Goodbye.